You felt it, right? That weird sense of déjà vu when you're just scrolling online. In this explainer, we're going to dig into why everything, from the videos to the thumbnails to even the way creators talk, is starting to feel, well, exactly the same. So you're scrolling, you're watching, and then it hits you. That strange feeling. It's like a digital déjà vu. It really seems like the entire internet is just converging into this one single familiar style. So what's really going on here? I mean, it starts with the content itself, doesn't it? The same kind of jump cuts, that same frantic pacing, even the same camera angles. It's almost like countless creators are all working from the exact same instruction manual. And it isn't just the videos. The thumbnails are a total dead giveaway. You know the look I'm talking about, that shocked, open-mouthed expression, the huge text, the bright, colorful outlines. It's become this universal visual language. And then it gets even stranger because it extends to how creators sound. That same high-energy delivery, the same catchphrases, that unmistakable creator voice. It's almost like they're all reading from the same script. But, this is no accident. So this feeling, we can call it digital déjà vu. And here's the kicker. This isn't happening by accident. It's a direct result of the digital world we all live in. It is quite literally by design. Okay, so the platforms we use every single day, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, they're basically giant sorting machines. And they're built with one main goal: to find, promote, and reward a very specific kind of content that keeps you glued to the screen. So, what does the algorithm actually want from us? To get that, we need to look under the hood at what I'm calling the predictability engine. This is the key to understanding what gets rewarded online. And here's where the big misunderstanding is. We all like to think these platforms are built to discover and reward raw, out-of-the-box creativity. But that's not really their main goal. No, they're built to reward predictability. So, why predictability? Well, because for an algorithm, predictable is safe. It knows that a certain style of video will reliably keep you watching for a pretty specific amount of time. See, predictable content leads to predictable watch time, and that is the ultimate metric. This focus on predictability creates this really powerful self-reinforcing cycle. We can call it the sameness feedback loop, and it's how this kind of repetition becomes the default setting for the entire platform. It all works in 4 simple steps. First, some new format or style has a breakout success. The algorithm sees this, and for step 2, it starts promoting it like crazy. Then, in step 3, other creators see what's working, and naturally, they start copying that format. Finally, this just floods the platform with more of the same, which trains the algorithm to prefer it even more, and the whole loop just reinforces itself. And slowly but surely, any kind of variation gets squeezed right out. And this loop isn't just spinning on its own. Oh no, it's being supercharged. Its speed and its intensity are getting massively amplified by 2 really powerful forces in the modern creator world. The first accelerator is data transparency. See, creators now have access to unbelievably detailed analytics: watch time, audience retention graphs, click-through rates, you name it. And this data is priceless, but it encourages optimizing what you have over pure experimentation. So the question shifts from, what's a cool new idea I want to try, to the much safer, what does the data tell me already works? And the second accelerator? Well, it's the rise of artificial intelligence. AI tools are amazing, but you have to remember, they're trained on massive data sets of existing content. So when a creator uses an AI to generate a script or a thumbnail, the output is inevitably going to look and feel a lot like what's already been successful, which just cements that dominant style even more. So the picture looks a little bleak, doesn't it? We've got a system designed for predictability, and it's being accelerated by data and AI. I mean, it sounds like a recipe for just endless repetition. But this is where things get really interesting, because this system creates a fascinating and kind of counterintuitive outcome: the originality paradox. And this brings us to the big question that's been hanging over this whole discussion. With all these powerful forces just pushing and pushing towards sameness, is genuine, groundbreaking creativity just a thing of the past? Well, the answer, surprisingly, is no. In fact, the opposite might be true. There's this powerful idea that captures this twist perfectly. Sameness is not the end of creativity. It is the background against which new ideas become visible. Just think about it for a second. When the entire landscape is painted in shades of gray, a single splash of color becomes incredibly vibrant. It just pops. This sea of sameness creates the perfect contrast for anything that dares to be even a little bit different. That small deviation doesn't just get noticed, it becomes an event. So, while the system might reward predictability, the audience, people, we're absolutely starved for originality. And that leaves us with a final, really empowering thought. The challenge isn't to just give in to the algorithm, but to understand the landscape that it creates. Because in a world that feels more and more uniform, the greatest opportunity isn't to fit in, but to find that one meaningful way to stand out.